Welcome back to the Interviewing People CareerCast, featuring highlights from the full-length interview with Holly Kendrick, a civil engineer and project manager for the Whiting Turner Contracting Company. In the highlights, Holly shares about the various types of engineers, what her career entails on a daily basis, and much more. So sit back, relax, and know you can always go back to watch our full interview if you'd like to learn more. Enjoy the show.
In the College of Engineering, there's actually three focuses. You can do construction, you can do structural, and then you can also do environmental. I really enjoyed my structural classes, and I thought that that's what I wanted to do. I took mainly those classes. I started to look for internships in the summer when I wasn't taking courses. And I think this is probably the biggest tip I can give you, is to get the experiences and what you think you want to do before you graduate and become full-time in a position that you want to be in. So I had a job at Peterman Associates, actually in Findlay on Main Street. And with that design group, I was sitting behind a desk all day, working on a computer, not really working with other people, and it just kind of really wasn't me. So after that internship, I started focusing more on the construction classes in school. And from there, I got an internship the next summer with Honda Manufacturing with their facilities department. And we did a 12 sequence steel erection for just in addition to their factory. So I got the experience and kind of leg into construction there. Really enjoyed that. I did not like working for Honda, but I did know that I found out that I like working in the construction field. So from there, I started focusing on construction in school and went to career fairs and found my job with Whiting Turner, where I am now. So. There's chemical engineering, material science engineering. There's the FABI, food, agricultural, biological engineering. There's so many different options. Just kind of depends on what your niche is. So obviously English wasn't my strong suit, but I still enjoyed it. And I write every day, communicating with people. And like you said, I write contracts. As working for a contracting company, we subcontract out all of the work. So I write these 50-page documents, sometimes even longer, legally binding subcontractors to do what we need them to do. So it's very technical writing. So where it's not a creative essay, I am still writing very long pages, legally binding documents. Every project that comes, there's about 20 subcontractors that I write these for. So very useful learning the writing skills. Like I said, when we were talking previously, these contracts, they're based off a set of drawings that we interpret, and we have to drawings into life, so we have to make sure everything is specified. They're very detailed documents, and it sets the tone for the rest of the project. How well written these contracts are, makes it very useful throughout the project, holding a subcontractor for what they're responsible for installing in the field. So.
Right.
So as a project manager now, I do the pre-construction where we write these contracts, and then once construction starts breaking ground, I'm actually on a job site every day wearing my steel-toed boots, wearing a hard hat, high-vis vest, and we're making sure that work is implemented correctly from the drawings on the job site. So we're the liaison between the owner, making sure what they want is happening in the field, and liaison with the subcontractors as well. Time management is very crucial for what I do. Learning where to spend your time at in a day to make sure everything gets done. It's a very fast-paced environment. And the other thing would be being able to roll with punches. People are going to make mistakes, and it's kind of like, here's this problem. How can I solve it? And just being quick on your feet to being able to solve these problems is probably the biggest tool that I do every day. Right now, I'm working on an emergency department, renovating an existing emergency department for Ohio Health. So being able to build a facility that helps save lives is one of the most rewarding things I think I can do.
Right.
I'm not a doctor, but I do give them the facility that they get to use. So super rewarding. Quality control is one of the biggest things in construction management that we manage. And I think the biggest thing to learn is to be proactive. So one of the things that I did for our project recently, since it's an existing facility, we had to map out existing mechanical features of the existing building. Had we not done this, we would have been connecting to the incorrect air handler based on existing drawings that we were building from. So being proactive and doing our due diligence to make sure what was existing in this facility saved us a bunch of time on the back end of the schedule. So we didn't have downtime, construction wasn't paused. So just being proactive about existing systems, this led for project success and mechanical system installation success. So there's that aspect of the project. We hire a lot of civil engineers just because of our background with construction within the civil engineering degree. But that's not to say we don't hire industrial system engineers, chemical engineers, just electrical engineers, just for electric going into projects. So definitely a lot of opportunities within the company to get hired. Sometimes we have just specialists on mechanical and plumbing systems. So those kind of engineers can also be hired. Whiting Turner, we're definitely one of the well-known contractors in the nation. Turner's another big one in Columbus, Ohio here. We've also got Gilbane, Corner-Cocosing, but in the ENR registry, which ranks construction companies, we are number 2. We do $9 billion in work across the country. So definitely one of the biggest companies.
Right.
But there's the bigger ones like Hewitt, but then there's also Turner. So definitely not the only company with the opportunities. Definitely a company that I'd love to work for, though. I would say you don't have to know exactly what you want to do. Know your strong suits. I liked math and science, and that's what led me to engineering. I started off wanting to design roller coasters, right? But now I love what I do. So I would say you'll find your niche, just find your strong suits and go with that route is what I would say as an engineer.
Thank you for watching this episode showing highlights of the latest Interviewing People CareerCast with Holly Kendrick. And to make your Mondays better than ever, subscribe so you can hear more stories from those who are actually doing the work. Thank you for watching, and as always, remember that the best part about Mondays is interviewing people.